I guess on cruises, it's been a while, but they'll kind of match you up and they'll seat you at other people's tables, right?
So at the dinner.
At dinners,
dinner, because I was on a cruise, I think, a year and a half ago or so. And at the end of the night, they have an optional banquet dinner or round table dinner. And there's like 8 or 10 seats. Well, if I'm there just with my wife, we're going to be sitting with a bunch of people we don't know.
Right.
Ew.
So you're there with strangers at this table. We went one night, met the people, and we're like, we're not coming back.
Well, listen to this.
Because you have an assigned seat.
All right, so this is a little confusing. I saw this on the Post website. The headline says, Traveler's Cruise takes a turn after family attempts to stop them from drinking alcohol. But they got the last laugh. But then when you read the story, it talks about Reddit user NurseB89 shared her recent experience on a forum in which people question whether they're in the wrong. So is that like the am I the a-hole probably? It's probably the AI, whatever it is. So the woman said the hotel where she was staying had club-style seating. So the headline says Traveler's Cruise, but this says club-style hotel or a hotel with club-style seating with 8 people per table paired together to encourage a sense of community and conversation. She writes on Reddit, last night I was seated first and had a glass of wine. Soon after, she was joined by 2 adults and 3 children who were seated at her table. The mother of that family turned to the woman and said, we don't wish to expose our children to women drinking alcohol.
What?
Yeah, that's why this is interesting.
And you should leave.
Yeah.
She says, I smiled and said, perhaps you should ask to move tables if it was an issue. But I would be drinking the wine, the woman on Reddit said. They noticed I was on my own and made passive-aggressive comments about this. Later, the woman got up from the table to get some food from the buffet. When she returned, the wine had disappeared. She left her wine after they said, we don't want our children exposed to women drinking wine. So she gets up to go to the buffet. She comes back, and the wine glass, gone, disappeared. A waiter came over and asked to see her wristband, an indicator of the all-inclusive access. Does that sound like a cruise? That sounds like
or an all or a hotel experience.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like a resort.
If you're at an all-inclusive resort, there might be different tiers of packages.
So the waiter tells the woman that the family had told them I was underage and must have sneaked away from my parents.
What?
So that's why the wine glass was taken away. Man, this is terrible.
Oh, that's a pound down.
Yeah, it's pretty devious on the people's part.
The waiter was very apologetic and returned with a fresh glass of wine, just as the family were coming back with their food from the buffet. Instead of requesting to move to another table, the woman asked for the full bottle along with a couple of shots of vodka. So she asks for the full bottle of wine. Bring the whole bottle. Bring me some shots. Bring me some shots of Stoli or Kettle One. The family finally stormed out after she was guzzling the shots in front of the kids. She's putting back the shots in front of the kids.
Oh, man, that's great.
Yeah, 2,000 comments on this story. Wow.
I mean, listen, I still have fairly small children. There's things you want to and don't want to expose them to, but it's on me. I can't expect other people to change.
I have no problem if I'm sitting at a table and a woman is sipping on a glass of wine.
Oh, it doesn't sound like she was sipping, though.
She was initially.
Right.
But it escalated quickly.
Yeah,
now I'm going to get drunk.
Good for her.
They opened up the can of worms, and she was gonna hit them back 10 times. And that's what she did. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like, share, subscribe, all this crap down here.